I've lived in the same apartment building for 3 years, and there's still something I can't explain. I live on the top floor. There's no one above me, but at night, I hear footsteps. The first night I moved in, it happened at 1:14 a.m. Soft rhythmic steps thudded against the ceiling as if someone was walking down a hallway, then stopping to listen. The next day I called the building manager. There's a roof above you. No one can get up there. It's locked. I don't even have the key. Weeks passed. Every night around the same time, the footsteps returned. I would freeze in my bed, too scared to move. The worst part was when the steps stopped right above me, then suddenly ran off. One night I made a decision. At 1:12 a.m., I went upstairs and stood in front of the rooftop door. 1:14 a.m. The footsteps began, but this time, they weren't above me. They were right in front of me, behind the rooftop door. The door wasn't locked. It clicked open slowly. I stared into a dark void. There was no roof, as if the building had never been built. Just endless darkness and a shadow twisting like smoke. It turned toward me. The last thing I remember is the footsteps starting again, right beside me. I moved into a new apartment now, but for the past week, I've been hearing someone walking above my ceiling again, except now, there's one difference. I live on the ground floor.
The neighbor who doesn't live there. On the day I moved in, the neighbor in the apartment next to mine introduced himself. He was a short man with gray hair and a friendly smile. "Welcome," he said. "I don't make noise late at night. Don't worry." He seemed completely normal. At night, I could faintly hear his TV. Nothing more. One night, someone knocked on my door. It was 2:30 a.m. I opened it, but no one was there. The hallway was silent, except the door to his apartment was open. When I looked inside, my blood ran cold. The apartment was completely empty. No furniture, no belongings, dust everywhere, like it hadn't been touched in years. I went down to the manager, trembling with confusion. "Where did the man next door go?" I asked. The manager gave me a strange look. "That place has been empty for 4 years. It's never been rented." "Then who knocked on my door last night?" He introduced himself to me. The man shook his head. "Most people who move onto this floor say the same thing." I started hearing my neighbor's TV again, this time louder. And last night, someone knocked on my door again. I opened it and no one was there. But on the floor, there was a note. "Please keep it down. I can't sleep because of you."
The tenant who only exists on camera. Reviewing the security cameras is my job. Since the building is new, I'm required to check the footage regularly. One evening, I noticed someone, a tall man dressed in black, entering apartment 608 on the 6th floor. The problem is, 608 has been empty for 3 months. I rewatched the footage. The man opened the door and walked inside. He looked completely normal, a real person. The next day, I checked the apartment. The door was sealed. There wasn't even dust inside. At night, the man began appearing on the cameras again, sometimes walking, sometimes climbing the stairs. But he never left the building, as if he was trapped inside it. One night at 4:02 a.m., something strange happened. The man stopped on the stairs and slowly turned his head toward the security camera, as if he saw me. Then he raised his hand and pointed directly at apartment 101, my apartment. That moment, someone knocked on my door. I checked the monitor. The hallway was empty, but on the camera, the man was standing right in front of my door. Now, whenever I look at the cameras, He's never there anymore. But every night at 4:02 a.m., someone knocks on my door.